The first smokers, tobacco in the ancient Americas. For centuries, long before Europeans arrived, indigenous peoples of the Americas cultivated and used tobacco. Archaeological evidence suggests tobacco use dates back thousands of years. These early inhabitants recognized tobacco's potent properties. They used it in religious ceremonies, for medicinal purposes and as a social custom. Different tribes had unique methods of preparing and consuming tobacco. Some smoked it in pipes, while others chewed the leaves or brewed them into drinks. The arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1492 marked a turning point. Columbus encountered indigenous people using tobacco. He brought this intriguing plant back to Europe. This event unknowingly set the stage for tobacco's global journey. Little did anyone know at the time, but this New World plant would have profound effects on human history. From these ancient origins, tobacco would soon embark on a path to become a global commodity. New World export. Tobacco crosses the Atlantic. European explorers and traders quickly developed a taste for tobacco. What began as a curiosity rapidly evolved into a lucrative trade. Tobacco, shipped from the Americas, became highly sought after in Europe. Its popularity grew and it soon became a major colonial export. The demand for tobacco fueled the growth of plantations in the Americas. European powers established vast tobacco farms, particularly in Virginia and other southern colonies. The cultivation and trade of tobacco dramatically impacted the New World. Large-scale tobacco farming led to the displacement of indigenous populations. Furthermore, it increased the demand for labor, contributing to the transatlantic slave trade. Tobacco, once a sacred herb, had transformed into a commodity that fueled economic growth and social change. The rise of the cigarette from hand-rolled to mass-produced. For centuries, people primarily consumed tobacco by smoking pipes or chewing leaves. However, the 19th century witnessed a significant shift in tobacco consumption with the emergence of the cigarette. Early cigarettes were crude, often hand-rolled by individuals, but the demand for a more convenient and portable form of tobacco spurred innovation. The invention of the cigarette-making machine in the late 19th century revolutionized the industry. Machines could produce cigarettes far more quickly and cheaply than hand-rolling. This development led to a surge in cigarette production and consumption. The cigarette, once a novelty, rapidly became the dominant form of tobacco use. Titans of tobacco key figures and companies. The rise of the cigarette gave birth to powerful tobacco companies and influential figures. James Buchanan Duke, an American entrepreneur, played a pivotal role in shaping the modern tobacco industry. Duke, through his company, the American Tobacco Company, aggressively marketed cigarettes. He introduced innovative advertising techniques and packaging, making cigarettes more appealing to consumers. Other companies, such as Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds, emerged as major players. These companies invested heavily in advertising and marketing, often using glamorous imagery and celebrity endorsements to promote their products. The tobacco industry's influence extended beyond business. It wielded considerable political power, lobbying governments and shaping public opinion. Section 5. A hazardous habit, unveiling the health risks of smoking. For years, the tobacco industry downplayed or outright denied the health risks associated with smoking. However, scientific research began to reveal the detrimental effects of tobacco use. In the mid-20th century, groundbreaking studies established a clear link between smoking and lung cancer. These findings, published in prestigious medical journals, sent shockwaves through the medical community and the public. Further research revealed that smoking increased the risk of various other serious illnesses, including heart disease, stroke, and emphysema. These discoveries sparked a public health crisis. Governments and health organizations worldwide began campaigns to raise awareness about the dangers of smoking. Section 6. Smoke signals the societal impact of cigarettes. The widespread adoption of smoking had a profound impact on society. Cigarette smoking became ingrained in popular culture, appearing in films, television shows, and music. Smoking was often portrayed as glamorous, rebellious, and sophisticated. This pervasive imagery contributed to the normalization and even glamorization of smoking, particularly among young people. However, as the health risks of smoking became undeniable, societal attitudes began to shift. Smoking, once considered fashionable, became increasingly stigmatized. public spaces implemented smoking bans to protect non-smokers from second-hand smoke. The tobacco industry, once seemingly invincible, faced mounting legal challenges and public scrutiny. Section 7. Shifting sands, changing attitudes and regulations. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed a dramatic shift in the public's perception of smoking. Growing awareness of the severe health risks led to a decline in smoking rates, particularly in developed countries. Governments implemented stricter regulations on the tobacco industry, including bans on cigarette advertising and mandatory health warnings on cigarette packs. The tobacco industry, facing declining sales and increased scrutiny, employed various tactics to maintain its market share. They targeted new markets, particularly in developing countries with weaker regulations. They also introduced new products, such as light and low-tar cigarettes, marketed as less harmful alternatives. However, these tactics proved controversial, with health experts arguing that all cigarettes posed significant health risks. Section 8. A global epidemic. The ongoing battle against tobacco. Despite the progress made in tobacco control, smoking remains a significant public health challenge. The World Health Organization estimates that over 8 million people die each year from tobacco-related illnesses. Smoking rates remain stubbornly high in many parts of the world, particularly in low- and middle-income countries. The fight against tobacco use continues on multiple fronts. Public health campaigns aim to educate people about the dangers of smoking and encourage cessation. Governments implement policies to reduce tobacco consumption, such as taxation, smoke-free laws, and bans on tobacco advertising. International organizations work to strengthen global tobacco control measures. Section 9. A smoke-free future, reflections on a complex legacy. The history of cigarettes is a complex tapestry, woven from threads of discovery, commerce, addiction, disease, and regulation. From its humble origins in the Americas to its global reach, tobacco has left an undeniable mark on human history. The cigarette, once a symbol of glamour and sophistication, is now widely recognized as a deadly product that claims millions of lives each year. As we move forward, the challenge lies in continuing to educate future generations about the dangers of smoking and creating a world where everyone can breathe free from the harmful effects of tobacco. The journey towards a smoke-free future is long and arduous, but it is a journey worth taking for the health and well-being of generations to come.